Hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Devil May Cry 5! Yeah, I knew I was gonna get ya. Well, unfortunately, there's still just rumors speculating about that as the time of this recording, so unfortunately no such thing yet, but we are going for something else made by pretty much the dev team.
You know?
More or less.
You know, you want to qualify it with that. What this really ends up amounting to, as a non-sequel, spin-off, rebooty sort of things, what this really amounts to is DMC.
Nah, I'm talking original timeline. If what I'm hearing is anything to go by.
If I'm being real with you, this series basically got a reboot after 3. There was nowhere to... The story of the Sengoku era ended with 3. There was nowhere to go from there.
No, you're right.
4 is a nightmare of conflicting timelines, but we'll get into that sometime in the future.
Yeah. Alright, so guys, welcome to another Japanese exclusive game that, frankly, I think is going to be going from my channel. We'll see how the copyright holds with this one. Sengoku Basara Yukimura Sanada Legend, if I got that correct.
Sanada Yukimura Legend.
I almost had that.
Not to be confused with Sengoku Muso Yukimura-den or Samurai Warrior Spirit of Sanada. I'm going to be making a lot of comparisons of the two games during this. I'm going to say up front, I actually do hold that between the two and the alterations made to their respective series, I think this is the better of the two games.
Probably.
I think Samurai Warriors probably still holds up a little better. Samurai Warriors 4, but I'm not a huge fan of Spirit of Sanada as a game itself, but we'll get to that later.
Also, sorry purists out there, I had to mute this intro song because yeah, the guys who make this music, DM Revolution, kind of don't let anyone have fun.
This song is called Committed Red, and either in the description or in a comment or somewhere, I'll have a place linked where you can listen to it, because I think this is actually one of his best songs ever.
Yeah.
And I say that after things like Count Zero and Naked Arms and such.
Also, I will say from an editor's point of view, this must have been a nightmare to construct, but fuck, it's beautifully well put together.
See, it's funny actually. They haven't had a proper CG intro since Vanilla Basara 4. 4 Sumeragi had an anime intro, and this is just taken from cutscenes of the game with a bunch of different millions of effects laid on top of them.
Oh yeah,
and while it looks beautiful, I've got to be honest, I miss the CG intros. And going forward, I don't think we're ever gonna see any of those probably ever again, because they're really expensive to make.
Yeah,
which is damn sad because they are beautiful.
These intros are actually, of this variety, these are actually pretty cheap to make. All it takes is just like maybe a few dozen hours in Premiere and After Effects. The thing is, it's After Effects, and After Effects is unstable sometimes.
Well, no, I'm talking about the CG intros.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, those things are costly.
This still looks good, mind you. I still think this is fantastic.
Yeah,
it's definitely the most visually stimulating we've had so far.
I honestly think that this is pretty cool though, because it actually gives it shows the visual fidelity of the actual in-game models.
It does, and
yeah,
mind you, this game still looks great. This is the first one to actually show what a game designed for the PS4 can look like, and it's really good. 4 Sumeragi had a PS4 port, but it's still pretty clear that it's a port. This was more blatantly designed.
Oh yeah,
for PS4.
Well, the gameplay and everything too. On top of that, yeah.
Mind you, Sumeragi still looks damn good. And given the choice, I'd say get that game first, because while this game is short, that game is absolutely drowning in content. You will never see the end of it. You will never come up for air ever again.
Probably not.
I want to highlight another thing real quick before we get into it. Both of the models in this game look incredible, but I love these portraits, I guess, that they have here, and I think in the select screens.
Yeah.
These just look incredible.
These really do. Holy shit.
I love the calligraphy flourish.
Okay, so I'm going to straight up say these are pretty much inspired by Street Fighter 4's art design for the characters and the promo arts, but these still look really fucking great. It's good to know they didn't really axe the idea.
Yeah, this stuff, I'm gonna run through these here real quick because I can tell you I'm not gonna remember to do it later. These just look incredible. goes to show how their art design has evolved over time.
Yeah, I would say this is a very perfect showcase of that, since this is still the most recent game in the Basara series to date.
Yep.
No one else has been doing yet.
The most recent, and I'm hoping there's going to be a Basara festival, or I think it's just a Capcom festival, but I think they said they're announcing some Basara stuff in July, which I really hope this goes up before then. But the most recent announcement we had was that the school Basara parody manga is going to be getting an anime, and I'm not entirely excited for that, but I'm not mad about it either. I don't think it's nearly as stupid as Attack on Titan Junior High, which was funnier than it had any right to be, but was still fucking stupid. Hello, best waif.
That whole Attack on Titan Junior High thing, I think it was, on its own, it was so okay, but like, hello, best wife. The crippling thing about it was that we got this instead of a new Attack on Titan season, which everyone was pining for a long while.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the biggest killer right there.
Yep.
Hello, literal wife.
I'm definitely gonna have to do a costume showcase later.
Considering the amount of costumes in this game, and how short you say this game's gonna be, I think we can afford it.
Some of these characters look ridiculous too. Look at this guy with his fucking shark sword.
I need to show you Cliff from earlier Guilty Gear games at some point. He's basically Cliff.
Yeah. Oh, no, cutscene. No, back out.
Just like how it actually takes a while to load a cutscene.
Discs, yo.
Them uncompressed video files, hell yeah.
This is true.
Is it actually like logos, or what is this?
Music player.
Oh. Okay.
There's objective thingy. One of the your overall records. One of the games. I don't remember if it was this one or not. Actually comes with a weapon viewer.
That's actually rare for these kinds of games.
Nope, it was for Sumeragi. Never mind.
Oh.
But
Devil May Cry 4 had a weapon viewer, funny enough. Not many people know that.
But one of the funny things is they have a novel there in the gallery mode, and if you bought the game on launch, which I did, it actually comes with a novel about Yukimura in Japanese in the box. So the box sitting there, if you want to have a look at it, actually has a little novel in it.
Cool. So this is the actual story mode, if I'm correct, right?
Yes, and I have to say, this is one of the worst story select screens I've seen in a long time.
Is it the plain text or the background?
It's the background more than anything. I can live with the text and the font, but and the effects especially do not hold up.
Yeah, it's literally someone just took a fire effect, overlaid it on top of this, lowered the opacity, and called it a day. That's literally all this is.
So this is a single player game, which means we're going to be switching off every other stage.
Yeah, this is a fucking rare game in that it's a Basara game with only single player, no split screen.
This would be a sign of things to come for Musou games in general.
Yeah,
but the nice thing is you get glorious full screen 60 FPS.
Yep.
And you can also tell that even though a lot of these are newer models, how they haven't really updated some areas. Like some parts are just straight lines and just sharp edges, like on their feet and what's supposed to be their toes.
Yeah. By the way, Yukimura's outfit, I know how ridiculous it is, but in motion, it actually looks really goddamn good.
Yeah, Yukimura goes through a couple of outfits in this game, and some of them are really hilarious.
Yo, poppin'. Also, you have a story intro while you're able to play this shit. This is great.
I can appreciate that. I think it would be a little boring if for 3 to 5 minutes you had to just watch this slow-ass text scrolling through the screen.
Oh my god, this is a Devil May Cry game. You know how I know that? You remember the credits scene for Devil May Cry 4?
Yeah.
That started with Devil May Cry 3. With how you can kill a bunch of enemies while the credits are rolling.
So this game clearly being focused on Yukimura and about a third of it being about Masamune. One of the things that they did, which is really nice, is while they have their original movesets here as options and their costumes as well, Yukimura and Masamune got revamped movesets, and they are incredible. As you can see, I think I've only hit the ground like once.
Yeah, you are literally just hovering right now.
if you know what you're doing, you can more or less just stay airborne, almost like an entire stage length.
Yeah.
You can like fly through these stages.
This is ridiculous.
Yep.
Oh man, I keep forgetting the name of it, but one Dynasty Warriors game where you basically went Super Saiyan with your characters.
Strike Force.
Strike Force, yeah. This is basically Strike Force now with how Yukimura's playing right now. Oh man, I wish that. Sorry, quick side. I wish they waited until Dynasty Warriors 7 or 8 to make Strike Force.
They kind of did. There was a Strike Force 2, or as it's known in Japan, Dynasty Warriors Multi-Raid. Because it was meant to be. See, that's the weird thing about the time, is that there's technically been a Dynasty Warriors Online MMO, Japan only.
Wait, what?
Dynasty Warriors Online.
How have I only just now learned about this?
Japan only.
Okay.
Online servers and all that crap.
Yeah.
There's technically been one since I think 2006 or 7, and it was sort of an attempt to bring that sort of gameplay to consoles with the weird transforming shit. Strike Force / Multi-Raid was made using Sex's engine, and then they had a Multi-Raid 2, which I believe was based of 7. Don't quote me on that, but it adds more characters. Here you go.
Okay. So I'm gonna assume that intro cutscene we had also was probably tailored towards the end of the game.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
you can skip through it. It really doesn't matter. Just slide through it.
Let's see. Just press circle.
Hold on. Hit R1. Okay, no. Go back.
Yeah.
R2. Hit triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and hit circle. Or no, actually, hold on. Hit X. Go up. Left. Circle. And then X. Okay, good. Just needed to make sure of that because one of the neat things is about this game that I don't think the previous ones had, or at least not easily accessible, is you can pick whatever music you want to play in battle.
Oh, cool.
And as you can see from there,
Committed Red was probably the DM Revolution song.
Yeah. So I needed to make sure that was turned off before we started playing proper.
You know, I'm gonna go on a limb here and I don't want to. This one.
Left.
I don't want. Okay, don't get me wrong. I do like DM or TM Revolution's music. Don't get me wrong about that. But I think, call it a hunch. I think one of the things holding back Basara might be the copyright music of TM Revolution, in terms of its overall exposure on YouTube.
You might not be entirely wrong.
Because it's very difficult to post footage for this without some sort of TM Revolution music being played. And then because we both know TM Revolution is extremely anal about their music being shown, I think that might be a factor holding it back.
That depends on what part of each particular game you're showing.
Yeah.
So a couple of things up front is that the child characters don't have fully formed movesets.
Makes sense, obviously. Also, I just love how I'm walking around with a Tiger Kai's weapon.
Yeah, one of the neat things that I like that this game did that for some reason people don't like is you no longer have weapons with defined stats. Now you just have defined stats and then weapon skins you can swap in and out. I prefer that greatly because there are some characters that have, say, a level 2 or level 3 weapon that looks infinitely better than their final weapon. And so
God, yeah.
Just like, I hate that when you're tied into an ugly weapon just because it's better. Now you can use whatever skin you want.
Yeah, I'm going to fully agree with you, actually, because there's actually a number of games where that happens to me where I'll love something that is inferior to a lot of other things. Let's see. I'm gonna make a comparison to Pokemon in that regard. Arcanine, I love Arcanine, but fuck, it's impossible to use him. So,
my general comparison would actually be to Personas 3 and 4 in that your armor was tied to your costume. So it wasn't until Persona 4 Golden on the Vita where you could finally wear a different costume that wasn't tied to your weapon. Because a lot of really fun costumes like your summer outfit or your thong armor for the ladies, or what have you, or maid outfits, or whatever, was tied to a specific armor set, and while it might have looked good, its stats were often crap. Yeah. So it's like there's no point to using them. And that was something they fixed in Golden and in 5, and that's fantastic, and that's great.
Yeah.
Something they should have had a long time ago, but you know what? Better late than never.
So I'm gonna guess that we're definitely going back into the past with Yukimura's overall backstory, and he's probably getting traded by his dad or something.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm gonna assume we're not gonna go with the Kazuya and Heihachi thing with him being thrown off a cliff, though.
No.
Imagine a slightly better father-son relationship going on here.
What the hell was his name? I actually not immediately remembering what Yukimura's father's name is. It'll come to me soon.
Nobuyuki? No, that's his
No,
brother.
that's his brother. I'm gonna actually look this up, but
Might as well. Hello, wee little Masamune.
Ben Maru. That's his actual name.
Oh, damn. Okay. Wait, is that Ben Maru with an I in there, like Benny Maru, or
No. Ben Maru, Benmaru.
Oh wow, okay. And now I get to play as little Masamune.
Yukimura's father.
So a fun thing about Masamune is that
Carol Mirage.
No, Google, not Nicki Minaj. Yukimura's father.
don't go basic on me now, Google. So while Brandon's looking it up, I'm gonna quickly elaborate on something here. So Brandon mentioned that Masamune and Yukimura both have revamped movesets in this game. Yukimura's, as you've seen, is pretty flashy, like not too shabby.
Masayuki.
Oh fuck, that was it. Yeah. Masamune's new moveset on the other hand is
It's the stuff of legends.
he's literally become Raiden from Metal Gear Rising, but like somehow even more powerful. I'm not gonna be honest, guys. I am a bit of a hardcore Devil May Cry fan, but I think that if you were to take this moveset, it might tie with Dante in terms of power. Like it's fucking great.
Yeah, kind of. Masayuki is a better father, but at the same time, he's also a kind of a throw him into the deep end of the pool kind of father. So
It's showing.
He's a good teacher, but he's you learn by doing, son. You learn by doing.
I guess I can respect that, but goddamn.
So in this stage,
Yeah.
so in this stage, you actually switch between them back and forth, and it's really good.
Oh, the stage opened up.
Every now and then, you'll see those guys back there turn around.
Yeah.
You hit them, and it'll activate a little mini challenge, and you get a reward for doing it. Let me see if I can remember what's in the mark. Okay, get 300 hits. You have a minute to get a 300 hit combo. Which isn't hard because it's early, but some of them I never figured out towards the later end, and some of them get a little ridiculous.
Has there ever been English translation guides for this game on like a game fax or something?
There are translation guides, but there's not enough here that you really need it for.
Okay. That's fair.
So one thing you'll notice is that you no longer have a kill count in this game. You just have a money counter. Because your money is way more important. One of the things that everyone hates about this game is that in a matter of a sort, it sort of pseudo brings back the Rembu system.
The tails.
What that means is go back and kill that guy.
Oh, okay.
They're promoting players who act aggressively will be rewarded as such, which means there's only really a couple of ways to play. That gauge there next to your health. Attack the blue guys and it'll raise it. Get it as high as possible, and your overall damage output increases. And once you get it to a certain threshold, you get this little transformation thing.
Yeah, I just pressed down the D-pad and it's automatically do that. I was actually looking for how to switch to Masamune.
In this stage, you can't. In this stage, it switches automatically.
Okay.
So it's funny that you actually did that, because I never once figured out how to do that in my time playing the game. Because in one of the manuals, they tell you that you're supposed to get it to a certain threshold, and then you hit L1 and R1 together, and then it's supposed to do something. But I never figured out what that was. But people hate this because you also lose some of that meter whenever you take hits. You play the most aggressively, and you'll be rewarded for it.
They never play as Virgil in Devil May Cry 4.
Yep. If you try to sit back, or if you try to be a speedrunner or whatever, this is not the game for you, because you won't be powerful enough to beat the... Shut the fuck up.
Okay, those guys with the blue icons, seriously, I thought they were allies, but no, so it's just fucking with me now.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's going against every instinct I have in a Muso game.
Still got that N64 grass texture.
Yeah. PS4, ladies and gentlemen.
This game still does have a PS3 version, but it's funny how later-ish games started being very apparent that they're intentionally making PS3 versions of games very ugly so that you go out and buy the PS4 version.
I'm trying to think of an example. Oh, no, it's Xenoverse, duh.
Well, no. Yes, but no. A lot of Japanese games specifically, and the reason why they do that is because Japan has no idea what the hell the concept of early adoption is. Japan takes forever to adapt to a new console, so that's why games even now are still getting PS3 versions of games. And hence
Nier Automata has a PS3 release. Don't forget that, guys.
It does?
Yes, Nier Automata does in fact have a PS3 release out in Japan.
And that's what I'm talking about. Because, like, most games you'll find out when they come to America nowadays only get a PS4 version. Yep. Or maybe a PC version, depending on what company.
Wasn't there a Tale? No, that was Bizarria I'm thinking of. Fuck.
Yeah, no, I have both the PS3 and PS4 versions of Zestiria because I didn't have a PS4 when the game came out. But, Berseria has a PS3 version, and it's very apparent that it runs at 720-30. As opposed to the PS4's 1080-60.
Yeah.
But, like, there's that, for example. There's the most hideous example I can think of, which is funnier, too, because it doesn't even run well on the PS4, is Berserk and the Band of the Hawk.
Oh, yeah.
That game is hideous. It's ugly on PS4, but it is fucking atrocious on PS3.
I can imagine. Also, I want to point out that Masamune has a giant peach on the back of his kimono. Actually, there's peaches all over him.
This is an alternate costume.
Okay.
I set a lot of characters to their alternate costumes because while their normal ones are fine, if a little boring, I like some of their alternates better. I like this way better than just white and blue.
I like the subtle idea that this is actually a war between a tits and an ass man. Oh, now we're fighting all of a sudden. Okay.
Yep. So one of the other things you'll notice about this game is that in addition to actually having defined health bars, enemies also typically have more than one health bar.
Oh, that's good, interesting then.
Not that it really means much of anything, because if you have any of the spammy moves any of Yukimura's, you've basically taken down a third to half of their health bar in one attack.
Yeah, I will give this full credit though for
the million stab.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this full credit though for actually attempting to make the boss fights a little more engaging. Because, I mean, let's be honest here, they've never really been that engaging aside from acting like a regular NPC.
More or less, yeah. The only time that it really is when is either when it's super difficult or when they actually have a really cool cutscene afterwards.
Yeah.
Oda
comes to mind immediately from Basara 3.
Definitely, but also the ninja battle from Utage.
Oh god, yeah.
That's still probably one of the top 3 to 5 cutscenes in the entire series. But it's just funny what you can do with this, and there's a dragon statue behind you.
Yeah. Also, Yukimura does actually have that ridiculous lunging attack from his adult form you were showing earlier. Mm-hmm. He feels a little like his new version, but not quite there. Also, obviously showing out that these two have had a rivalry from the beginning, and I don't know how I feel about that because it feels like these two meeting on the battlefield. And just having a natural organic rivalry, by the way, matchsticks, that just feels a little bit better than just insinuating automatically, hey, these two have been rivals since they were born.
That's why this is a spin-off and not part of the main series.
Oh, okay, I thought that was part of the main series. My bad.
Nope, this is part of the, as of now, only Retsuden series.
Okay.
Which the idea was that if the game was successful, they would make a couple more of these games that's also just telling the stories of individual characters.
Yeah,
I don't think they were planning on doing one for Masamune because of how heavily he's featured here. Although that probably would have been the smart choice. I think they were actually going to go for the Toyotomi next, which is to say Mitsunari, Hideyoshi, and Hanbei.
I would actually love that because the backstory between Hideyoshi and the vagrant guy, I don't remember his name offhand. Keiji. Their backstory was actually super engaging when it came to the anime, so I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
Honestly, when it comes to the season 2 anime boss, I always think of that first. By the way, before we move on, I just want to say it's a really cool detail that these models actually now are so high quality. You can tell that Masamune has one dragon eye. Like you actually see it. It's a really cool detail. I like that.
Yep. I also like how this game's shadow engine is kind of fucked.
Yeah, no, MT framework light, ladies and gentlemen.
Full MT framework now.
Cool.
What's funny is when you get in close to this, it looks like almost everyone's costume is made of denim with the texture.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You know what? You're probably right with that, actually. How the fuck?
That transformation mode, or that awakening mode, rather, I've never activated it before, so...
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay, then. That's what happens when you just accidentally press D-pads in a Muso game.
Also, the score screen is way more dynamic than it's ever been.
Yeah, holy fuck.
I love this.
Dude, I love the purple gradient it has. It's really nice looking. Also, for you beginners out there who don't know anything about Sengoku Basara, Masamune is voiced by Zoro from One Piece in subs. So there you go.
And Dante in dubs.
Yes! Fucking A.